my God!
What a jump! 1.1 million to 1.5. A knockout
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can imagine, we've got something very, very special going to happen here in just a second. Barrett-Jackson is so proud to be a part of this, and as you know, we've been incredibly involved with the charities around the country here in the last many, many years. And this one, though, is really going to take it to another level with what we're going to offer. We always pride ourselves in 100% of the proceeds going to charity. In this particular case, that's exactly what's going to happen. The only difference is with this one, we are going to charge a 10% buy fee, which normally we don't on a charity car. But in this particular case, the 10% charity, or the 10% buy fee will go to a very, very worthy charity in the Barrett-Jackson year-long initiative for the American Heart Association. So again, you will buy the vehicles for one bid, and 100% of those proceeds will go to the United Way, and then a 10% buy fee will go to the American Heart Association to help our year-long Barrett-Jackson initiative that Carolyn Jackson has been working very hard all year on. So I'm going to toss it to Craig to introduce a very special guest and tell you about the magic that's about to happen.
Well, thank you, Steve, and I can't thank Dodge enough for their support over the years, but it is our honor here to sell the last Viper, the last Demon. Mark Momstead will tell you about this incredible opportunity and what the money from these cars will go to for the United Way. Mark?
Thank you, Craig. It's an honor for Dodge to be here at the Barrett-Jackson and auction off the ultimate last chance. The last two production 2017 Dodge Viper and the last production 2018 Dodge SRT Demon. Two legendary icons with a combined 1,485 horsepower, all for the United Way. Both of these cars have been painted Viper red to match and have been industry game changers. The Demon was the first production car ever to go the drag strip, hike the front wheels, pull a wheelie, and run a 965 and a quarter mile. The Viper, in its 25-year history, has set more track records than any other production car in the history ever. Both of these cars have been painted Viper red, and they come with an authentication kit. It includes a letter of authenticity, documentation of the build, and build sheet, custom iPad with photos, video, etc. And again, we're here for the United Way, with 100% of the proceeds going to support the United Way, which has been a charity of choice for Dodge and the FCA for over 60 years. In fact, this is such an important auction today that the two brothers that started it all, John and Horace Dodge, have come back with us today to help kick off the auction and support the United Way.
All right, well, it's a piece of history here, going back to their heritage. Joseph, let's make some magic.
Look here, ladies and gentlemen, how much here? I had to get down 45, have it a dollar, don't have to get down 70, give I had to get down 70, give 100,000.
Well, the Demon is something of an instantaneous sensation. This is the craziest, wildest American muscle car of all time. And they made 3,300 of these, but this is the very last one, and it's the only one painted Viper red.
Yeah, again, 0 to 60 in just 2 seconds. Yeah, very quick. And they both look fantastic. I love the fact that they part them nose to nose on the stage. And the two Dodge brothers are getting very excited up here on the stage, trying to roll the crowd and get them to bid. And you can see the number is climbing through the roof at the moment.
You think about it, think about what he said. The combined horsepower on these two cars is nearly 1,500. And it can do a wheelie right out of the box.
And then you keep in mind, the Demon is a normal automobile, not to be confused with the drag pack Challenger, which is a race-only car. These things are street cars. Drive it across the country, no problem, but go to the track, put slicks on the back, you're going to run a 9.
And we're at $1 million for these two cars.
Whoa, that's fantastic. I think you can put that down to those two Dodge brothers up there on the stage. Look at them working the crowd.
$1 million here, and $1,100,000, and everybody get down with everybody through. And $1 million, 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 $100,000.
We got one bidder in the building, another bidder on the phone talking to a bidder.
Yeah, look at that.
$1 million, Drew.
$1 million for the very last Dodge Demon, the very last Dodge Viper, both painted in matching colors, spectacular machinery, all of the money going to charity. Very, very impressive. Congratulations to that gentleman right there. Congratulations to Barrett-Jackson as well. Just another example. They do this auction after auction. They take time to put these cars on the block so people have the opportunity to purchase it with the money going to charity, realizing they could be selling a car right now, they could be making money, but instead they're donating this time and this effort to help a great cause. In this case, it's the United Way Foundation with that 10% buyer's fee, as Steve Davis mentioned, going to the American Heart Association. $1 million. Wrap your head around that for 1,500 horsepower.